10회. 10회. That's too sharp. Oh my God, I can't do it. Point to Yeah, you have to come with it.
Let us keep 2 minutes silence in honor of Mr. Vinod Senadhira, who has been very close a personality to the college and for all what he has done to the Chapel of the Transfiguration and to the Dharma Society. Thank you. Let us pray. We give thee humble and hearty thanks, O most merciful Father, for the memory and good example of James, first Bishop of Colombo, our founder, and for all our governors and benefactors, by whose benefit this whole college is brought up to godliness and good learning. We beseech thee to give us grace to use these thy blessings to the glory of thy holy name, that we may answer the good intent of our religious founder and become profitable members of the church and nation, and at last be partakers of the immortal glory of the resurrection through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Please be seated.
My Lord Bishop, our chief guest, Desamanya Vidya Jyoti Ashley DeVos and Mrs. DeVos, members of the clergy, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, members of the staff, donors of prizes, all boys, parents, head prefect and boys of the school. On behalf of the entire Thomian family, I welcome you all to our annual prize giving to recognize the achievements of our boys in 2018. At the outset, I would, as usual, like to thank the Lord Bishop of Colombo for being with us this evening and for presiding at this event. Your Lordship's constant interest in the welfare of this school, which from 1851 has been the Bishop's own school, is a great encouragement to us as we continue our journey. A very warm and special welcome to our chief guest, Desamanya Vidya Jyoti Ashley DeVos, and of course Mrs. DeVos. Mr. DeVos is no stranger to us. A distinguished old boy of this college who attended St. Thomas's from January 1949 to December 1960, he was a keen student and played both cricket and rugby for the college. After leaving school, he trained as an architect at the Institute of Practical Technology of the University of Moratuwa and at the University of Plymouth, and as a landscape architect at the School of Architecture in Hammersmith, London. He also trained in conservation of monuments and heritage management at the International Center for the Conservation of Monuments in Rome and at the University of Rome. He was also part of the Urban Renewal, the Aga Khan program of MIT in the USA. He has been a fellow of the Sri Lanka Institute of Architects for 44 years and a member of the Royal Institute of British Architects for 46 years. The list of all his achievements and his qualifications and his CVs are just too long to read out here in full. But suffice it to say that they speak volumes about the person who is our chief guest this evening. I must, however, mention some highlights of his illustrious career. Mr. DeVos has been a member of the faculty and an examiner in the departments of architecture, design, urban design, landscape architecture and conservation at the University of Moratuwa, where to date he is a visiting faculty member. He has also been an invited visiting faculty member of a number of universities and institutions overseas, including in Rome, Baghdad, Amsterdam, Lahore, Cuba, and Japan. He has presented over 128 research papers in Sri Lanka and abroad, and has served as a consultant both nationally and internationally for a number of projects in the fields of architecture, archaeology, and conservation. He has received several national and international awards and honors, and serves as a member of a number of boards and councils, not just in Sri Lanka, but all over the world. He has received national honors, such as the Vidya Jyoti in 1994, the Desamanya in recognition of the continued contribution to architecture, conservation, and protection of the environment in 2006, the Jatika Uruma Prasada Pranama in recognition of continued efforts to protect the cultural heritage of Sri Lanka in 2014. In his professional life, from 1976 to 1990, he was partner director of the Design Group 5 International, and from 1990 to date, he practices as Ashley DeVos Consultants. Despite all the accolades that he has received and all his achievements, and his many contributions to architecture, archaeology, and conservation, Mr. DeVos is an unassuming and humble individual who has served not just his country, but also his alma mater very faithfully. Even when I phoned him to invite him to be the chief guest this evening, his first response was, "There are people far more qualified than me for this honor." And he had to take a few days to think about the invitation before responding positively. He has been one of the architects responsible for many of the buildings that have come up in college in recent times. He was the architect for the Centenary Block built to house the middle school in 1987, the Cargill's building, the indoor sports complex and gymnasium, the indoor cricket nets, more recently the senior quadrangle buildings, and the 90 block in the primary school. His distinct stamp is on these buildings, and he has, wherever possible, tried to maintain uniformity with the first two buildings erected on this campus during the time of Warden Stone. He was also the consultant on the restoration work conducted on our chapel, as well as on the mural in the chapel by David Painter, as well as on the renovations conducted on the two old buildings of the college, those around the quadrangle. Most significantly, he has always offered his services to his alma mater free of charge, as he has paid back the nurture fee that he has considered he owes his alma mater. We are indeed extremely proud of your numerous achievements, Mr. DeVos, and we are privileged and honored that you are with us this evening as our chief guest. The year under review was one in which the Thomian family celebrated 100 years of our presence here in Mount Lavinia, during which we did our very best to maintain standards of excellence in every sphere, despite several lapses and limitations. Of course, opinions may differ as to what excellence means, as different people view excellence subjectively through their own experience. All I can say is that we did our best with the resources we had at our disposal. We can do better, of course, and this is the plan as we go forward each year. The very brief report in your hands, included with the prize list, will give you a snapshot of some of our achievements. The school magazine for 2018 that some of you have received this evening gives more details. The statistics included with the prize list will show you just how well we have done in our academics and at the various public examinations that our boys have sat for. I will not go through them, but direct your attention to pages 2 and 3 of the report. While we are happy about our progress at public examinations, we continue to struggle with the need to encourage more creativity, critical thinking, and innovation while being trapped in a heavily standardized education system that leaves very little room for flexibility and treats all children the same when nothing can be further from the truth, because they are not all the same. There is a very big difference between learning and what is happening in schools across this country today, including our own. Learning is often taken to mean memorization by students. Many students see school as a process they must get through in order to get the basic qualification needed for higher education, professional qualifications, or jobs. Children begin school equating learning and teaching. If they don't learn, it is always the fault of the teacher. They see advancing from one grade to the next as education, and leaving or graduating to mean they are competent and ready to face life. In reality, and sadly, school systems run like factories. Get to school at 7:25, sit in an assigned seat, English class at 8:35, social studies or ENV at 9:55. They are told to eat at 11:15, science class at 12:30, and so on. Of course, this will vary, but the result is the same. School is based on reductionism and not treated as a whole or as one part of the process of living. Even at a time when the information superhighway provides information at the press of a button in most schools, including this one, students are taught what our archaic standardized system of education says they need to know rather than what is relevant and of concern to them. Instead of asking questions, students are taught to just answer what is asked. This hinders the development of creativity, innovation, and critical thinking, as well as impeding free-spirited character, and only encourages blind conformity. On my visits to schools in the UK and Australia last year, I found that students thrive when they give a correct response to a question, even though it is not what was expected. They are encouraged to ask questions or to find the answers themselves. This helps to develop independent thinking. Our education in Sri Lanka, whether it is the local or the foreign, has been reduced to discrete, often unrelated parts in the form of curricula, marks and grades, subjects, courses, and periods. The long-term effect is that as an adult, most of what is learned is forgotten very fast. How many of us here today remember what we learned in school as subject matter? I recently heard a wonderful definition of a teacher as one who doesn't teach subjects, but teaches learners how to learn. Most of what is used by people today is learned outside of school and outside the classroom. This may seem very radical to you listening to me this evening, but formal education can actually hinder the complete learning process in our system. Before we started this year, we embarked on a strategic planning process for the heads of section and some members of the Warden's Council. The question that our facilitators placed before us was, what is the preferred future for St. Thomas's College? And this question will form the basis for our exploration this year going forward. The process has shown us that it is fundamentally important to understand that what is needed by today's students might look very different in the future. And therefore, educational systems need to be and remain flexible and open to change. Teachers might function best as facilitators while students learn what is relevant to them, not just to learn what is needed for examinations. May I welcome into our presence Agga Mahapandita Venerable Kottugara Dhammawasa Mahanayaka Thera, the chief incumbent of the Amarapura chapter in Sri Lanka. We thank him for his presence amongst us. Teachers might function best as facilitators while students learn what is relevant to them, not just to learn what is needed for an exam. Memorization and regurgitation at an exam is not learning. The outcome of real learning is being able to use the information and skills effectively and creatively going forward. I long for the day when this will be the norm and not the rare exception at St. Thomas's College. St. Thomas's takes holistic all-round education very seriously. We continue to provide some of the best facilities among schools for 26 sports and games. In 2018 too, we experienced mixed fortunes in sports and games, but did not compromise our values. A brief summary of our achievements is included with the prize list that is in your hands, and more details are available on each sport and game in the college magazine. Regrettably, one of the problems of the last year is that we noticed a number of our boys have lost that fighting spirit or Thomian grit that once characterized a Thomian sportsman. The latter is being addressed very seriously from this year. We decided at the end of 2018 to change gear where sports and games are concerned and to start developing a winning attitude from 2019. And at present, there are a number of initiatives that have been taken to ensure a successful year for Thomian sports and games. My good friend, the principal of Royal College, is here. I want to put you on notice for this year. We have also begun to focus on the development of the junior age groups so that there would be a succession plan in place going forward. Thomians also continued their involvement in the 56 clubs and societies that exist for their benefit. The centenary year proved to be one of the most active years in the recent past for the clubs and societies. Again, to ensure that these clubs and societies function well and fulfill the purpose for their existence in the education system of the school, we have decided to make membership of at least one club mandatory for all boys from the lower fourth upwards. This same principle will apply to sports. Furthermore, we are looking at ways to give clubs and societies prominence in the life of the school comparable with the place given to sports and games. The Student Council, constituted in 2017, continued to function, and in 2018, under the leadership of Dion Dias, the head prefect for Trinity term, also introduced a peer mentoring system whereby school prefects and house prefects began to take more responsibility for mentoring junior students and inculcating Thomian values in them. This is pursuant to a deliberate policy decision to start moving the prefects away from being mere policemen to where prefects and house prefects take on a more affirming leadership role as mentors who will lead by example and guide their juniors as well as take care of aspects of student welfare. There is still a long way to go, but this is our goal. Prefects have, for as long as I can remember, been at the receiving end of criticism from staff and parents. They are often undervalued, misunderstood, and misrepresented. But with the new direction in which we have been going, I have no doubt that sooner than later there will be a complete and wholesome change. This will, of course, require a huge paradigm shift both for the prefects and for the students, but also for the staff, who will need to step up more to maintain discipline, and also to old boys and others who may not like to see an old system changing. Developing much-needed self-belief, house and school spirit have also been a focus of the Student Council in 2018. Again, Dion Dias laid a strong foundation for the revival of the inter-house spirit, and this year we have taken things to another level. In March 2018, the Reverend Canon Brendan Glover, Provost of the Woodard Corporation, visited the college together with Mr. Gavin Horgan, Deputy Chair of the Woodard Heads Association, and signed the Memorandum of Understanding that formally admitted St. Thomas's College into the Woodard family as an affiliated overseas member. All Woodard schools have an outstanding reputation for providing academic excellence coupled with a strong Anglican ethos and tradition for pastoral care. To be selected for membership is an honor for St. Thomas's, especially in our 100th year at Mount Lavinia. We have also recently been invited to join the International Boys School Coalition, and having received the permission of the Board of Governors, we will be doing so this year. In 2017, I instituted a new award to honor the memory of our founder in the 165th year of our existence as a school, the Bishop James Chapman Memorial Medal of Honor. The citation for this award states that it is awarded to the recipient for having exemplified and demonstrated the virtues of faith, courage, service above self, loyalty and integrity, and thereby fulfilled the founder's vision. The real end of all education is not to sharpen the intellect or improve the mind alone, but to form the character of the future man, to mold his habits, to fix his principles, and to make him good as well as wise. As usual, in this third year of this award, I would like to ask the Lord Bishop to present the citation for this award while I present the medal. And so to receive the Bishop James Chapman Memorial Medal of Honor, I invite to the stage one who in my mind has exemplified the virtues of faith, loyalty and service above self, Michael Shannon Ebenezer, the current head prefect. On 31st December 2018, I completed my first term of office of 4 years, and looking back, I am satisfied with the progress that we have made in every sphere. But there is so much more to be done if we are to be on the cutting edge of education in Sri Lanka. I am therefore very happy to have been given the chance by the Bishop and the Board of Governors to take up a further term of 4 years, during which I hope to fulfill many of the plans that I have, that I am hopeful will continue to ensure that St. Thomas's College will be a great school, fulfilling our founder's objectives in the 21st century. In the process of this reflection, I have asked 3 questions about the college in connection with my involvement as the present custodian of its traditions and its life. What have we done as a college? In other words, what have we achieved these past 4 years? Not just our achievements and our successes. This question also raises the matter of failure, and so what have we failed to achieve? What are the areas that have not done well? Second, what are we doing now? What is it that we are engaging in today, in the present, to ensure that the vision of our founder and the aspirations and expectations of our stakeholders are being met? And thirdly, what more can we do? Where do we want to be in 4 years' time? What is the strategic plan we have to get there? I am conscious that while we have got many things right these past 4 years, there are many significant areas in which we have got things horribly wrong. I have become more and more conscious that we at St. Thomas's are living on the glory of the past. And so there are three fundamental areas where we still have a lot to do that has to be put right, without which nothing we do will be long-lasting or sustainable. The first priority area is discipline. And so we have launched our first ever Code of Discipline or Behavior for Learning policy, drawn up by a small subcommittee appointed last November. This Behavior for Learning policy will guide our discipline into the future. While grace and forgiveness will be given their due place, failure to fulfill the firm expectations we have will result in consequences. Secondly, the primary task of the school, learning and academic pursuits. Our examination results over the past 4 years have been satisfactory, and we are happy about the number of boys doing well at public exams and about the number of boys who have entered university both here and overseas. However, we have a long way to go if we are to catch up with some other schools in terms of the quality of learning and academic achievement. And thirdly, our extracurricular activities. We boast of 26 sports and 54 clubs and societies. But how many of these are performing the task of educating and forming the character and minds of the boys who participate? Are they inculcating Thomian values and the values that ought to be inculcated through extracurricular and co-curricular activities? We say it's great to be a Thomian. What is it that is so great these days? At the risk of sounding like a contemporary eccentric world leader, I'd like to say that we need to make St. Thomas's great again. In discipline, in our values, in our academics, and in our extracurricular activities. This is going to be a hard task. We are up against tremendous odds. There are great challenges before us and high mountains to climb. It's not going to be easy. But if we resolve to stand up together and be the change together, in 4 years' time or even later, the school we hand on will once again be great. To do this, we have to make a concerted effort. Nelson Mandela, in his inauguration speech as President of South Africa, after his long walk to freedom said, "I dare not linger, for my long walk has not ended yet." And so we must not linger. We must not waste time thinking of what may be possible. We must go forward through any barrier, over any mountain, to achieve our goals. We must struggle against all the forces that will muster against us, both within and outside. We must never back down, and we must never retreat from our aims or surrender our goals. On this journey we may faint, we may fail. On this journey we may falter. There may be some momentary defeats, and we may even doubt our own resolve and our purpose. But if we believe that we can rise up out of the ashes to live to fight another day, we can and we will prevail. As Sir Winston Churchill said, success is not final, defeat is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that matters. So let's move forward together as a Thomian family, students, staff, old boys and parents. One heart, one mind, one will, one goal, to be nothing but the best in all that we do. And let us make together St. Thomas's College great again. I have begun to use the prize giving as the opportunity to place on record my thanks to all those who have supported me and the school during the year under review. And so permit me to do that this evening too. At the outset, I want to again thank our Bishop Visitor and the other members of the Board of Governors for their support, solidarity and encouragement at all times. I wish to thank the members of the Old Boys Association and the Parent Teachers Association for all their support towards our work. My thanks also to the Old Boy networks overseas for their support from time to time, and to the many class groups and other old boy groups that have supported different initiatives and projects during the year under review. My head prefects during the year, the school prefects and the house prefects have played a valuable role, and I wish to thank them for their loyal service, without which the day-to-day running of the school would be truly crippled. Each and every one of my staff of all departments has been a vital part of whatever success we were able to achieve during the year. I want to extend my thanks to all of them, especially those who share the burden of responsibility with me by serving on the college council as heads of sections and departments. A special word of thanks to my PA, Mrs. Nelun Vijayasinghe, for her silent, loyal service and for always protecting me from the nuisance calls and unwanted visitors. I don't need a bloodhound. I want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the late Vinod Senadira, who passed away unexpectedly last month. Vinod was an integral part of the school community from the days that he was a student to when he was a member of staff, headmaster, director of drama, choir master and organist, as well as a mentor to a large number of his students, a friend to his colleagues and co-workers, and an advisor to 4 wardens and 3 acting wardens, among his many other contributions to the life of the school. The void that his death has created for the Thomian community is one that is going to be very hard to fill. The college chapel has instituted a memorial scholarship fund in his name, and the larger room on the 2nd floor of the senior quadrangle building, when completed, will be a performing arts center in his memory. I wish to thank Father Amal and Father Roshan for their ministry among us. In doing so, I want to place on record my thanks to Father Amal, who laid down his charge as chaplain at the end of last year when he retired from the services of the Diocese of Colombo. We are glad and grateful that he has agreed to remain with us as a member of the college staff to help us out, and we are grateful to the Bishop for having permitted me permission to appoint him honorary chaplain until such time as he leaves us. The sub-warden has had to shoulder more than his fair share of responsibilities this year. He often has to perform tasks which go over and above his job description and beyond the call of duty, but he always does so with a smile and never a complaint. He is my most trusted colleague, and I thank him for his steadfast loyalty and support, without which I would not have been able to get through the past few years. My wife and children have been very patient pillars of strength as I have discharged my duties, often at great personal cost to them. I thank them for putting up with my demanding lifestyle. Nothing at all would have been possible without the grace and the mercy of God. And so, last but not least, to God be the glory, great things he has done. In closing, I want to draw your attention to the words of the legendary warden R.S. Deseram, as included in the report on page 12. We have inherited from the past something very good. It is something to be proud of and to be thankful for, but that's not enough. We in our day must preserve it, keep it alive, increase it, carry it on, and hand it on. In the present day, and there are difficult days, it all rests on you. Do your best in the classrooms and in your games, but above all, in the way you conduct yourselves, in the ideals which you set before yourselves. We have something in the school which is good and precious. Guard it well, treasure it, and keep it bright. It won't be at all a bad guide for life if each of us says, I shall never do anything that will bring shame to St. Thomas's College. Thank you for your patient listening. God bless you and restore perpetua. It is now my pleasure to invite our chief guest, Mr. Ashley DeVos, to address us. Thank you, sir.
Your Worship, the Lord Bishop of Colombo, Venerable Sir, Warden Sir, the Chaplain Sir, Board of Governors, the faculty of STC, the representatives of the OBA, the Centenary Group, parents, well-wishers, and most importantly, the young gentlemen of St. Thomas's College, Esto Perpetua. On a sadder note, I have to mention Vinod, who should have been here, but unfortunately has been taken away for a greater calling. And after that very stirring presentation by the warden, college is obviously in good hands. Thank you, sir. I'll go slightly differently. I had a much longer speech with some interesting bits in it, but I had to cut all of that because I was told that I have only 10 minutes. So I'll try to keep within that. I have a younger brother who is 7 years younger than I. I had a somewhat lonely early childhood, but a childhood steeped in adventure and excitement. I developed an early curiosity by observing nature. My grandfather had left a book with his instruments. Of them, his magnifying glass was of the greatest interest to me. I used to sit for hours in the garden at the root of a tree, observing the lives of ants, both red and black, the bigadimias and the kadias. At first they bit me, but later they accepted me. Maybe it was fascinating for them to see another living organism that was not going to harm or hurt them. I used to sit for hours without being bitten. It was fascinating to see them greet each other when they met, touch, and continue on their prescribed journey. Man talks of being civilized. There is so much we still have to learn. My interview to enter STC at A1 was very interesting. I was examined by Miss Alice, who later married and became Mrs. Gunawardena, and Mrs. Jans. I was first asked who I was, and I answered to the best of my tutored ability. Miss Alice casually asked me, how many eyes does a fly have? I lit up, as it was only a week earlier that I had caught a fly and looked at it through my magnifying glass. I was intrigued at the cluster of what seemed like eyes. Many eyes was my answer. Miss Alice looked surprised. She beamed down to Mrs. Jans. We must have this guide, she said. I was not a great student, maybe a late developer. I have been up on the stage on 3 occasions only. Once I presumed through an accident when I received the class prize. The prize winner was expected to collect a book from the specified bookshop and bring it to the college to be endorsed by the warden. I chose a book on the Mithawos, those mythical humans who are known to live in the forest. Warden Saran inquired why a book on that subject. He obviously expected me to choose a well-known classic. I said, I'm not sure, sir, but I found it intriguing. The second time was when I was asked to say a few words on behalf of my age group at a college anniversary. The third time is today, in college. I was not very different from most of you, gentlemen, so I regard this as the greatest honor afforded to my wife and I. One of the problems I encountered at college is that we are still governed by the distinctions that carried the Industrial Revolution, a science stream to produce the technicians, to man the industries and the arts and humanities, to produce the personnel to govern the colonies. Medicine was also in the science stream. Unfortunately, one could not mix the two. But I learned so much from the faculty of the time. They were gods who took this piece of clay and made me, and I respect and worship you all. They were such an example to follow, all dressed in white or cream sharkskin suits, with polished shoes so polished that even Sanders, the British Military Academy, would have been proud of the sheen. Then the head teacher, the visionary Warden de Saran, introduced to college. They imbibed in me the love I have for this country, its culture, and its history. I spent a considerable time in sports. I tried and indulged in everything. I ran, I jumped, I threw. I was in buckhouse. Once my buckhouse captain, while finalizing the team for the house meet, discovered that there was no participants in the pole vault. He just looked around and asked me if I would. Yes was the answer. I had never carried a vaulting pole in my life. The event was 2 weeks away. I practiced running with the pole for a week. It was a strange feeling with it whipping around in the wind. Getting it into the box was difficult, but lifting and propelling my body over the bar was even more difficult. Eventually the meet arrived. I cleared the bar and was assured of 1 point for the house. The next day, the sports page of the Observer carried an article that Edvira Singham, the Sri Lankan high jump champion, had cleared 6'6" in his pet event and established a new record. I felt quite proud. I had cleared 6'3" in the pole vault. The school timetable was extremely sensible. It had a lunch break and the school closed at 3:05 p.m. We went straight into sports. We did not have tuition. There was no free time in between either. I played under-16 cricket, was an opening bowler. Everyone in the team went on to play first 11 and in the Royal Tournament. I was the exception. I could not correct the drag that the groove that my boot made along the ground when I bowled, so I was out. I played rugby instead. I captained under 17 in the second 15 and played some matches at first 15. I was a scout. Academically, it would have been more enjoyable if there was a better mix of subjects. This is where the American system scores. My academic interest was different. I had to finally compete externally to get my grades. My real interest was archaeology. I read extensively and imagined that one day I would, like Carter, find my special tomb in the desert sands of Egypt. I learned taxidermy from Mr. Eric Fernand, the museum taxidermist who lived down the road from us. I had a collection of skeletons of different animals. I articulated them. My younger brother never came into my room. He was convinced it was haunted. That suited me fine. I enjoyed the additional privacy. My father had passed on and at an early age, and I was brought up by my mother. Around about O-levels, she asked me what I intend to do with my life. I beamed, for at last it seemed someone had genuine interest in what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an archaeologist. She looked me straight in the eye and advised me that I should leave the digging in the ground to the undertakers. She even specified draymen's, and that I should do something else. So I read architecture as a compromise, but then further through landscape architecture and the conservation of monuments and so on, I have now come back to what I really wanted to do. Architecture and archaeology is a terrific combination. It brings together the past and the present in a more relevant manner. What I learned from all this is that you should do what you want to do, what you will enjoy doing, and I implore parents to permit your sons to do what they enjoy doing. It may be different to what you had planned, but they will be happy and do it well. Stop living your lives through your children. My daughter Asha informed us that she wanted to be a marine biologist and that she would rather fight the sharks in the ocean than those on land. My wife and I said yes, and today she's a marine biologist. I have to mention something about my wife. She's a very brave lady. She's not from Sri Lanka. She was born in Tanzania, East Africa. We met in London as students. She gave up what would have been an exciting medical career to come to Sri Lanka to follow a crazy guy who in 1972 abandoned a 5,000-pound job offer to work in the Middle East, instead to accept a 600 rupee job as an assistant lecturer at the Faculty of Architecture, University of Murray. This lady who speaks 9 languages is a brave. She did not know anything about this island, whether she would be eaten alive by some Rakshas. She decided and she arrived during the time of ration books and has lived in Sri Lanka for over 46 years, more than anywhere else, and she has been an absolute tower of strength for all of us. But what of the future for our students at STC? I think there were some stirring remarks by the warden. We should be teaching them to be curious, to think, and encourage them to focus on a broader canvas, not just to get through exams. This should be the role of the college and that of the faculty. Teach true stories. In the future, things are going to change even faster than today. All our teaching methods will have to change. We will not sit as teacher and pupil facing each other anymore. We may be in groups solving different problems. This was appreciated during our early discussions when Warden D'Souza and I dreamed up the Senior Quadrangle project, a vision for where or what college should be in 2050. Large classrooms to permit multiple tasks to be conducted in the same space, with wide access corridors that will eventually extend over the dining hall and integrate with the science lab, thereby creating and converting STC into a vibrant campus with all disciplines interacting with each other along the corridor. We need to spend time to talk to each other, not through our soulless smartphones, but instead one-to-one. For STC, the quadrangle is sacred. No new building should be seen from it. College should establish a building committee to guide the building priorities up to 2050. There has been a proposal that law should be taught in schools. Additionally, this would encourage parents to abrogate their law, their responsibility. The teaching of basic morals and ethics is the role of the parents, who also needs to be more responsible. The faculty should teach by example. We should stop teaching children to only get through exams. STC needs to produce a holistic individual. We have to teach them to think. We have to rid our schools of unnecessary competition. Children learn at different rates, and it is very eloquently put by Warden Moria. At different rates, I know. They mature differently. Everyone in this hall is a prize winner in his own right. It is evident that certain disciplines will go extinct in the very near future and be replaced by technology. We are living in a world that is changing by the day. Technology is taking over. We are changing as well. We are proud of 1 million friends on Facebook, but unfortunately not one real friend we can depend on in an emergency. We will all have to learn coding and the concept of algorithms. Amid all this, how do we create a space to remain sane? Recent studies have shown that parents who avoid nature as dirty and dangerous, unfortunately their children pick up these attitudes. Let them go out, let them play, let them get dirty. They need to fall and learn to get up. The study also shows that children who had closer connections with nature are less emotional, are more social and better behaved. They showed less distress and were less hyperactive. The present move to high-rise living will further disconnect the children from nature. They will spend less time playing and more time being sedentary, leading to other health problems. The hot topic of today is global warming. Our irresponsibility welcomed it. We cannot stop it, only delay it. Much has been spoken of plastic pollution. Recycling is not the answer. It has to be stopped at the point of production. Then it will be sustainable. But there is a bigger unmentioned pollution. Mental pollution is destroying the people's mindset. Politics above country, my kind above all else, and I, me, and myself is mentally eroding our society. This is the greatest pollution we face today. It is the responsibility of colleges such as ours to produce this holistic individual. It is a desperate need for Sri Lanka. Esto perpetua. Thank you.
Prize List 2018. We invite Mrs. DeVos to give out the form prizes. College form, College Arts E. The Warden Buck Memorial Form Prize, Call Arts E1, L.S. Abhay Surya. Call Arts E2, S.D. Lenage. Call Arts E3, S.T.C. De Silva. Call Arts E4, UUKSR Pereira. Call Arts E5, BAC Dharmasena. College Arts A, the DCW Vikramasekara Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts A1, MEP Mendes. Call Arts A2, ICC Vipuladeva. The PBR Vikramasekara Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts A3, MA Rashid. Call Arts A4, AI Isha. The DW Suryarakshi Memorial Form Prize. Call Arts A5, S.L. De Silva. Call Arts A6, S.B. Pilapitia. The George R. De Silva Memorial Prize for Economics, A.I. Isha. The SDS Tenua Memorial Prize for Business Studies, A.I. Isha. The LJDS Naviratna Memorial Prize for Accounts, MAZ Milfa. The Reverend Becker De Silva Memorial Prize for Divinity, S.L. De Silva. R.M.J. Rajaratnam. The prize for logic, OKPI Silva. The MPZ Sirivardhana Memorial Prize for Elements of Political Science, V.M. Vikramage and S.L. De Silva. The Dr. E.L. Vikramaratna Memorial Prize for Geography, V.M. Vikramage. The Forrest Obey Sacra Memorial Prize for Classics, Greek and Roman Civilization, R.M.J. Rajaratnam. The Villajaya Tilaka Memorial Prize for History, OKPI Silva. Prize for the Best Student in College Form Arts A, V.M. Vikramage. College Arts B, the Deshabandhu David Edwin Hettiarachchi Memorial Form Prizes. Call Arts B1, J.R. Samarakun. Call Arts B2, N.S. Fernando. The Mudaliar James Alfred Correa Form Prize. Call Arts B3, W.D.I.N. Fernando. Call Arts B4, M. Padmavarman. The Mr. and Mrs. Simon Abe Vikrama Memorial Form Prize. Call Arts B5, PVS Himanjit. Call Arts B6, NBAB Balsurya. The Rani Ashwabadam Memorial Prize for Economics, SRNM Fernando. The Dr. and Mrs. Victor Hettigoda Prize for Business Studies, N.S. Fernando. The Professor Lakshman R. Vatawala Prize for Accounts, S.M. Saeed. The Leena Jnana Prakasam Prize for Divinity, D.T. Navaratnam. The Mrs. H.M. Vitanachi Prize for Classics, Greek and Roman Civilization, A. Anwar. The Mr. and Mrs. Edgar Dialvis Memorial Prize for English, S.S. Tissarachi. The Justice George Rodolph Tissadayas Bandaranaike and his wife, Mrs. Joanna D. Bandaranaike Memorial Prize for Elements of the Political Science, NBAB Balasurya. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Geography, D.N. Gunaratna. The Willie Jayatilaka Memorial Prize for History, NBAB Balasurya. Prize for Logic, R. Subendran. Prize for Communication and Mass Media and Prize for Japanese Language, PVS Himanjit. Prize for Business Studies, Prize for Business Statistics, J.R. Samarakun. Prize for Information and Communication Technology, N.S. Fernando. The Dr. George Frederick Martinez Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Form Arts B, PVS Himanjit. College Science E, College Science E Form Prizes. College Science E1, V. Gajoshan. College Science E2, K. Kajanan. College Science E3, GMO Vijayaratna. The R.S.S. Watson Memorial Prize for Physics, K.C. Katipiarachi. Prize for Combined Mathematics, K. Kajanan. The Dr. Anil N. Jayabodhana Memorial Prize for Biology, GMO Vijayaratna. The Priyantarana Singha Memorial Prize for Chemistry, K. Kajanan. The Prize for Information, Communication and Technology, N. Janathan. College Science A, College Science A Form Prizes, College Science A1, JSP Jayaraj. College Science A2, TD Samrasekara. College Science A3, AS Taufik. The Warden S.J. Anandanayagam Memorial Prize for Physics and Mathematics, JSP Jayaraj. The K.A. Diabro Memorial Prize for Physics, the Sir Wilfred de Souza Memorial Prize for Chemistry, and the Dr. and Mrs. L.E.J. Sagaru Prize for Biology, A.S. Taufik. The Prize for Information, Communication and Technology, WWRU, Begiria. The prize for combined mathematics, J.S.P. Jairaj. The Edward Edrisinger Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Form Science A, A.S. Tawfiq. College Science B, the John Wilson Memorial Form Prize, Call Science B1, V. Nilesh. The A.C.G. D'Souza Memorial Form Prize, Call Science B2, P. Dhanush. The Jayalak D'Souza Memorial Form Prize, called Science B3, R. Abitan. The Dr. Henrik De Silva Hettigoda Memorial Prize for Combined Mathematics, V. Nilesh. Prize for Physics, R. Abitan. Prize for Combined Mathematics with Physics, V. Nilesh. Prize for Chemistry, J. Jayasharan. The Dr. and Mrs. Ellie J. Salgado Prize for Biology, K. Kavignan. The D.R.R. Ratnam Memorial Prize for Biology with Chemistry, J. Jayasharan. Prize for Biology with Physics, R. Abitan. The prize for Information Communication and Technology, A.L.V. Athapattu. The Warden AJC Silvaratnam Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Form Science B, R. Abitan. London Advanced Level College Form A Form Prizes, call London A1, J.C. Pereira. Call London A2, S.D. Kanangara. Prize for Accounts, M.A.S. Vaz. Prize for Business Studies and the late Mr. R.P.J. Mendes and the late Mrs. H.R.C. Mendes Prize for Economics, S.D. Kanangara. Prize for English Literature, A.J. Vikramanayaka. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Physics and the W.R.O. and Emrin Fernando Memorial Prize for Chemistry, J.C. Pereira. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Mathematics, R.A.R.K. Ranasinghe. Prize for Further Mathematics, J.C. Pereira. Prize for Biology, M.K. Vikramaratna. Prize for Psychology, J.R. Aldens. Prize for Law, R.A.R.K. Ranasinghe. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the London Advanced Level College Form A, M.S. Sapukotanage. London Advanced Level College Form B, Form Prizes, Call London B1, D.G.P. Pereira. Hall, London B2, K.V. Munasinghe. The Raja Ashirvada Memorial Prize for Accounts, K.V. Munasinghe and K. Ranatunga. Prize for Business Studies, S.V. Dialvis. Prize for Economics, H.D. Jayasuriya. Prize for English Literature in memory of Mrs. Dora Boteju, G.K.S.A. de Chiquera. The Mrs. C. W. S. Fernando Memorial Prize for Physics, D.G.P. Pereira. Mr. and Mrs. D.A. Vehala Memorial Prize for Chemistry, R. Tissera. The R.D. Sirisena Memorial Prize for Mathematics, N.D. Munasinghe. Prize for Further Mathematics, D.G.P. Pereira. The Warden Lini Langakon Memorial Prize for Biology, A.S.B. Elapola. Prize for Psychology, D.G.P. Pereira. Prize for Law, H.D. Jayasuriya. The Alex Vijay Singha Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the London Advanced Level College Form B, D.G.P. Pereira. Upper Secondary, Upper Sixth Form, the W.K.G.N. Pereira Memorial Form Prizes, Upper 6A, A.N. Samad, Upper 6B, D.L. Jayawardena, Upper 6C, H.R.H. Pires, Upper 6D, B.L. Dahanayaka, Upper 6E, D.V. Giganage, Upper 6F, R. Ilampurnan, the Michael Arsaratnam Memorial Prize for Divinity, H.R.H. Pires and P.V.D.P. Pereira. The Squadron Leader Shiran V. Pereira Memorial Prize for Buddhism, P.A.J.R. Padma Peruma. The K. Ganeshalinga Memorial Prize for Saivism, R. Ilampurnan. Prize for Islam, N.A.N. Samad. The Hugh Vijay Singha Memorial Prize for English, H.R.H. Pires. The H.S. Jayakuru Memorial Prize for Sinhala, P.V.D.P. Pereira. The late Kalasuri Arisena Budu Prize for Sinhala Literature, D.L. Jayawardena. The Dr. V. Gabriel Memorial Prize for Tamil, V. Nilukshan. The Lloyd Gunawardena Memorial Prize for Mathematics, R. Ilampurnan. The JWFH Prince Memorial Prize for Science, Sinhala Medium, RADD Rajapaksha. Prize for Science, Tamil Medium, R. Ilampurnan. The prize for Science English Medium, H.R.H. Pires. Prize for History and the Mrs. H.M. Vitanachi Prize for Geography, P.A.J.R. Padmaperuma. The Dr. D.N. Athukorala Memorial Prize for Civics, D.R. Gunaratna. The Lionel Senaratna and Mrs. Millicent Senaratna Memorial Prize for Business Studies, H.R.H. Pires. The JWFH Prince Memorial Prize for Information and Communication Technology, R. Ilampurnan and D.L. Jayawardena. The Subwarden Edmund St. Patrick Gunawardena Memorial Prize for English Language and English Literature, A.Z. Chitty. The David Painter Memorial Prize for Art, ULSW Gunasinghe. The F.V. Krishantha Mendes Prize for Music, PVDP Pereira. The Early Vijay Bodna Memorial Prize for English Literature, A.Z. Chitty. The Matthias Tibel Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Upper Sixth Form, R. Ilampurnan. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for the Most Improved Student in the Upper School, T.M. Pereira. Middle Sixth Form, the Reverend A.S.P. Gunathilaka Memorial Form Prizes, Middle 6A, S.P. Dimel. Middle 6B, S. Aswedan. Middle 6C, M.U. Hasimdeen. Middle 6D, W.S.N. Pereira. Middle 6E, C.D. Vijayapala. Middle 6F, A. Sadanyan. The JLD Pires Memorial Prize for Divinity Sinhala Medium, W.S.N. Pereira. Tamil Medium, R.J. Jeevaruban. The S.H. Mahadevul Baba Memorial Prize for Buddhism, C.D. Vijayapala. Prize for Saivism, S. Aswedan. The Mrs. Siti Latifa Samsudeen Memorial Prize for Islam, M.U. Hasimdeen. The Kevin Morrison Memorial Prize for English, presented by the class of '89, S. Aswedan. The Roshan Aryaratna Memorial Prize for Sinhala, W.S.N. Pereira. The late Kalasuri Arisen Nahabudu Prize for Sinhala Literature, K.T.R. Jayasekara. The E.S. Harishchandra Memorial Prize for Tamil and the Rasai Memorial Prize for Mathematics, S. Aswedan. The J.P. Manikasingam Memorial Prize for Science, Sinhala Medium, M.U. Hasimdeen. Tamil Medium, S. Aswedan. And English Medium, C.D. Vijayapala. The Molamure Prize for History, RSS Sarasingha. The Mr. L.I. Vitanache Memorial Prize for Geography, L.M. Pereira. Prize for Civics, A.I.A. De Silva. Prize for Business Studies, Sinhala and English Medium, W.S.N. Pereira. And Tamil Medium, S. Aswedan. The W.C.L. Fernando Memorial Prize for Information and Communication Technology, S. Aswedan. The Mudaliya A.C.G.S. Amarasekara Memorial Prize for Art, C.D. Vijayapala. The Reverend L.G.B. Fernando Memorial Prize for Music, Y.A. Atrupana. The M.L.J. Vikramaratne Memorial Prize for English Literature, S.C. Thuvarahan. The Subwarden Orville Abenayaka Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Middle Sixth Form, M.U. Hasimdeen. Lower Secondary, Lower Sixth Form, the Sir Sangarapille Pararajasinghe Memorial Form Prizes, Lower 6A, M.G.S. Fernando. Lower 6B, KDTD Gunaratna. Lower 6C, G.S. Pitiduagamage. Lower 6D, WMSD Bandara. Lower 6E, WMMB Balasurya. Lower 6F, KDK Pereira. The Canon W.H.W. Jayasekara Memorial Prize for Divinity, E.S. Edward. Prize for Islam, H.A. Ahmad Jeza. The Amaradas Abekun Memorial Prize for Buddhism, WMIU Veerasinghe. The S. Venasitambi Memorial Prize for Saivism, S. Takshinadayan. The Bertie Vijayasinghe Prize for English, D.A. De Silva and J.D.N. Morris. The Nalin Fernando Prize for Sinhala, V.I. Pereira. Prize for Tamil, P. Laksidan. The RNSK Karalakura Singha Memorial Prize for Mathematics, H.A. Amajeza. Prize for Science and the GFP Bandara Memorial Prize for History, G.S. Pitiduagamage. Prize for Linked Languages, Sinhala, G.S. Lakshman and Tamil, Mohammad Tariq. The David Aryaratnam Memorial Prize for Music, S. Vikas. Professor Nalini Jayasuriya Memorial Prize for Art, KDTD Gunaratna. Prize for English Literature in memory of Mrs. Dora Boteju, NCH Lianage. The Dr. D. J. Aryaratnam Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Lower Sixth Form, G. S. Pitiduagamage. Fifth Form, the A.T. Sinathambi Memorial Form Prizes, Form 5A, S. S. Kapolarachi. Form 5B, J. K. Ferdinando. Form 5C, T. Kishan. Form 5D, HRS Fernando. Form 5E, P.E. Fernando. Form 5F, S. Atsayan. The Bishop's Prize for Divinity, P.C. Fernando. Mr. and Mrs. David Kodithwaku Prize for Buddhism, T.R. Senaviratna. Prize for Islam, M.S. Sadat. The Colonel R. Kamaranayagam Memorial Prize for Saivism, K. Premashainath. The Mary Lilangakon Memorial Prize for English, Y.A. Figueroa. The Cyril de Silva Memorial Prize for Sinhala, T.R. Senaviratna. The Dr. V. Gabriel Memorial Prize for Tamil, V. Divian. The J.P. Salgado Senior Memorial Prize for Mathematics and the Prize for Science, S.S. Kapolarachi. Prize for History, Y.D. Devayakaram. Professor Nalin Jayasuriya Memorial Prize for Art, K. Premashainath. The F.R.S. Mendes Memorial Prize for Music, P.C. Fernando and P.E. Fernando. Prizes for link languages, Sinhala, K. Abishka, and Tamil, S.S. Kapolarachi. The Devendran Kandaya Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Boy in Form 5, S.S. Kapolarachi. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for the Most Improved Student in the Middle School, G.S. Fernando. Upper Fourth Form, the Reverend Canon Charles Thomas Memorial Form Prizes, Upper 4A, U. Benushan. Upper 4B, D.P. Deraniagala. Upper 4C, G.S. Rajiv. Upper 4D, D.N.A. Vijayanayaka. Upper 4E, S.D. Varnakula Surya. Upper 4F, S.J. Kure. The Arthur and Irene Pinto Jayabodhana Memorial Prize for Divinity, D.N.A. Vijayanayaka. The L.P. Vikramasuriya Memorial Prize for Buddhism, J.C. Appa Senaviratna. Prize for Islam, N.A. Mohammad Nawaz. Prize for Saivism, U. Benushan. The Lucian and Mrs. Ruth Vijay Singh Memorial Prize for English, G.S. Rajiv. The Aroshalekha Basam Memorial Prize for Sinhala Language, S.S. Gunasingha. The C. Sachitanandan Memorial Prize for Tamil, U. Benushan. The Vernon de Oliveira Tenakun Memorial Prize for Mathematics, W.M.B. Karunaratna. The Nalin Fernando Prize for General Science and the late Dr. C.V.X.R. Brito Babapule Memorial Prize for Social Studies, J.C. Appa Senaviratna. The Gate Mudaliya J.R. Surya Bandara Memorial Prize for Art, K. Tubahrahan. The Reverend Lucian G.B. Fernando Memorial Prize for Music, D.N.A. Vijay Nayaka. Prize for Link Languages, Sinhala, G.S. Rajiv, and Tamil, M.S.D. Fernando. The Gane Goda Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Upper Fourth Form, G.S. Rajiv. Lower Fourth Form, the Paul and Joyce Gunathilaka Memorial Form Prizes, Lower 4A, P.M.Y. Gomez. Lower 4B, C.R.M. Pereira. Lower 4C, H.M.B.B.U. Heenkenda. Lower 4D, M.H.D. Kure. Lower 4E, W.A.C.R. Vikramasinghe. Lower 4F, A.T. Disanayaka. The Canon W.H.W. Jayasekara Memorial Prize for Divinity, P.M.Y. Gomez. The Jamaluddin Hamid Marika Memorial Prize for Islam, M.M. Khalil. The Colonel R. Kumaranayaga Memorial Prize for Saivism, R. Sivanant. The T. Justin Pieris Memorial Prize for Buddhism, M.H.D. Kure. Prize for English, A.T. Disanayaka. The Charles D.S. Ranavira Memorial Prize for Sinhala, P.M.Y. Gomez. Prize for Tamil, S. Shyamalan. The V.P. Cook Memorial Prize for Mathematics, K. Pranesh Raw. The prize for Science, S.D.V. Nejana. The Warden C.H.L. Davidson Memorial Prize for Art, S.R.N. Himaranga. Prize for Link Languages, Sinhala, S.L. Krit, and Tamil, C.R.M. Pereira and S.D.M. Gunavardhana. The Carl de Oliveira Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Lower Fourth Form, M.H.D. Kure. Primary School, Upper Third Form, the Doreen Patricia Gunaratna Hensman Memorial Form Prizes, Upper 3A, N.K. Vijay Surya. Upper 3B, S.T. Kulatilaka. Upper 3C, H.G.M. Dias. Upper 3D, E.N.P. Kurukula Surya. Upper 3E, M. Santish. The Arthur Lavala Memorial Prize for Divinity, MKPD Kurukula Surya and NK Vijay Surya. The GL Jinadasa Memorial Prize for Buddhism, ST Kulatilaka. The M. Yusuf Samsudin Memorial Prize for Islam, A. Iflal. Prize for Saivism, A. Shakeshan. The Margaret Pereira Memorial Prize for English, E.N.P. Kurukula Surya. The Dr. H.C. Gomez Memorial Prizes for Language, Sinhala, N.K. Vijay Surya, and Tamil, M. Santish. Prize for English recitation, R.Y.E. Jayawardena. Prize for Sinhala recitation, M.K.P.D. Kurukula Surya. Prize for Tamil recitation, M. Santish. Prize for Mathematics, N.K. Vijay Surya. The Kirti Kalpanana Memorial Prize for Environmental Studies, M. Santish. The Marnell Pierce Memorial Prize for Art, D.E.S.A. Fernando. The Noel Vijay Ratna Memorial Prize for Singing, A.V. Samuel. The Reverend J.Y. Barnabas Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student in the Upper Third Form, N.K. Vijay Surya. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for the Most Improved Student in the Lower School, Y.D. Bandaranayaka. Lower Third Form, the Chiranishan Fernando Memorial Form Prizes, Lower 3A, PMD Botheju. Lower 3B, AAH Jayawardena. Lower 3C, YS Vijay Surya. Lower 3D, T. Kirudayan. Lower 3E, AA Amarasinghe and AMKN Iriagama. The Reverend Brian and Mrs. Raji Thirimana Memorial Prize for Divinity, AAH Jayawardena. The S.E. Fernando Memorial Prize for Buddhism, H.N. Abenayaka. The M. Yusuf Samsuddin Memorial Prize for Islam, M.N. Mubarak. Prize for Saivism, T. Kirudayan. The J.H.S. Pierce Memorial Prize for English, A.D.S. Jebamani. Mrs. K. Bandaratilaka Memorial Prize for Sinhala, AAH Jayawardena. Prize for Tamil, T. Kirudayan. The Jim Karunaratnam Memorial Prize for Mathematics, R.S. Varusabitan. Prize for Art, T.S. Vijay Surya. The Halok Anandaraja Memorial Prize for Singing, N.C. Bulat Singhala. Prize for English Recitation, Y.S. Vijay Surya. Prize for Sinhala Recitation, N.N. Sirivardhana. Prize for Tamil Recitation in memory of Mrs. Ratnasiri Fernando, T. Kirudayan. Thank you, Mrs. DeVos. We will now have a musical interlude. special prizes. We now invite our chief guest, Deshabandhu Vindya Jyoti Ashley DeVos, to give out the special prizes. The Bishop's Senior Divinity Prize and the Archdeacon F.H. De Winton Memorial Prize for Liturgy and the Canon John Foster Memorial Prize for Church History, C.P.K. Fernando. The Arthur L. Lavala Memorial Prize for Divinity, Non-Christians, A.N. Samad. The Roger and Gladys DeMille Memorial Choir Prize, C.P.K. Fernando. The Walter Dias Bandaranaike Memorial Choir Prize, Senior, T.A.M. Jayaratnam. The Fred Edrisinger Memorial Choir Prize, Junior, S. Stock. The Subwarden Patrick Gunawardena Memorial Prize for the leader of the choir, M.S. Ebenezer. Prize for member of the choir, J.F. David. The Subwarden Orville Abenaika Memorial Choir Prize for the most promising treble, P.E. Fernando. Choir Prize for attendance, D. Daniel. Prize for reading the lesson in chapel, J.W.S. Boteju. The Bishop Harold de Souza Memorial Prize for the Senior Sacristan, T.S. De Silva. The Reverend Bertram and Mrs. Frances Vikramanayaka Memorial Prize for Servers, Senior, S.M. Dimel. The Subwarden Orville Abenaika Memorial Prize for Servers, Junior, UTP Bulat Singhalage. The Noel Hensman Prize for a college form student who plays the organ in the chapel, D.N.W. De Silva Varshamanage. The E.L. Pereira Memorial Prize for Mathematics, Juniors, P.E. Fernando. The Warden E.F. Miller Memorial Prize for Mathematics and the Prize for Mathematics, K. Kajanan. The S. Visatra Singha Memorial Prize for Mathematics in the college form, J. Nithuran. The Lloyd Gunawardena Memorial Prize for Science in the college form, D.R. Vijayaratna. The Siri Edrisinger Memorial Prize for Physics, S. Kandiban. The Shelton Kotachi Challenge Cup for the student with the best performance at the Inter-School Software Competition, and the Information and Communication Technology Prize, Middle Sixth Form upwards, K.G. Dharmapriya. The Warden C.H.L. Davidson Memorial Prize for College History, A.D.M. Karuna Ratna. The D.R. Vijayawardena Memorial Prize for Political History of Sri Lanka, N.B.A.B. Balasurya. The Dr. Chanaka Amaratunga Memorial Prize for Knowledge of Current Affairs and Politics, N.S. Serasundara. The Richard de Souza Memorial Prize for English Composition, S.S. Tisarachi. The Art Memorial Prize for English Literature, K.G. Dharmapriya. The P.R. Sirivardhana Prize for English Composition, S. Dayaratna. The R.F.A. Mendes Memorial Prize for English, K.G. Dharmapriya. The Warden de Seram Jubilee Prize for English, R.M.J. Rajaratnam. The Roger and Gladys de Mel Memorial Prize for English Poetry, A.J. Vikramanayaka. The Ethel Winifred Edrisinghe Memorial Prize for English Grammar, S.N. Jayamana. The Rosie and A.W. Frederick Sinanayaka Memorial Prize awarded to the editor of the college magazine, HMPDP Phala Patwala. The Samson de Silva Thenabadu Trophy for the Interhouse General Knowledge Quiz, awarded to Stonehouse. The Warden Stone Memorial Prize for Classics, Greek and Roman Civilization in College Form Arts, D.A.T. Virakodi. The C.P. Sanjay Mendes Prize for Sinhala, W.A.D.V. Dhamika. The Gate Mudalaya N.N. Damodaram Memorial Prize for Tamil, V. Nilukshan. The K.C. Kamalasevan P.C. Memorial Award for Tamil Literature, E. Kadigajan. The late Mr. Lal and Mrs. Chitrangani Rodrigo Memorial Prize for Knowledge of General Current Affairs, A.D.M. Karunaratna. The Metropolitan Lakdasa Dimel Memorial Prize for Natural History, Senior, J.A. Bulat Singhala. The Mike Langakon Memorial Prize for the Improvement of the Environment, J.P. Bastians Pillay. The Mr. and Mrs. H.J.A. Hulugala Memorial Prize for a Short Story in English, A.J. Vikramanayaka. The Ilangakon Memorial Prize for Oratory, English, S.S. Tisarachi. And Sinhala, K.M.G.B. Sanvidu. The S.J. Gunasegaram Memorial Prize for Oratory in Tamil, R.M. Vinod. The Sarat Muthurwegama Memorial Prize for Oratory, English in Sinhala or English in Tamil, M.A. Rashid. The W.R.O. Fernando Memorial Prize for the Best Debater in Sinhala, G.G.L. Nuan. Prize for the Best Debater in Tamil, R. Danushka. The Sir Sangrapille Pararaj Memorial Prize for the Best Debater in English, C.I.S. Pereira. The Lionel Wendt Memorial Prize for Photography, A.L. Vikramathilaka. The S.E. Satrasinghe Memorial Challenge Trophy for Chess, N.B.A.B. Balasurya. The ALM and MEC Fernando Memorial Trophy for the Best Scrabble Player, KGI Abesurya. The DC Gunawardena Charlie Memorial Prize for the Senior Cadet, RBKCH De Silva. Trophy for Special Merit for a Senior Cadet in memory of Rajiv Veerasurya, MKHG Maya Singha. The Wing Commander, Thilina Kaluarachi Memorial Trophy for the Most Outstanding Senior Cadet, WGS Arya Ratna. The David R. Hallock Memorial Prize for an Outstanding Cadet with Good Record for Studies and Discipline, SVP Pereira. The E.B. Vikramaratnayaka Challenge Trophy for Intersection Training, DTA Udayanga. The Warden Captain C.H. Davidson CCB Memorial Prize for Marksmanship Senior, ADHR Periyap Peruma. The Arthur Abesekra Memorial Trophy for Efficiency in Scouting, PC Sivakumar. The A.L. Victor Memorial Prize for the Best Scout, S.K. Jayathilaka. Prize for the Best Scout in memory of Mr. W.H. Pereira, O.S. Samaravira. The Samson De Silva Thenabadu Trophy for the Most Promising Junior Scout, M.A.M. Ali. The Johnson Challenge Cup for the Best Patrol Junior, Shark Patrol. Prize for the Most Outstanding Cub, first prize, S. Lakshan. Second prize, M. Godavitanage. Third prize, E.A. Ganesh. The Samson De Silva Thenabadu Memorial Trophy for the Best Actors, G.D.P. Pereira and J. Dizoiza. The Reverend Canon Roy Ying Memorial Prize for an Outstanding Actor with Notable Academic Achievement, B.A.C. Dharmasena. The Louis A. Pires Dereniagala Memorial Challenge Cup for Senior Tennis, A.A. Pereira. The Challenge Cup for Junior Tennis, W. Kitnulla. Trophy for table tennis in memory of the late Honorable Nalanda Elavala, A.L. Vikramathilaka. The Challenge Trophy for the Best Badminton Player of the Year, L. Mendes. Trophy for the Most Outstanding Hockey Player, HMPDBT Palapatwala. The Shield for the Most Promising Hockey Player in memory of Ranil Abenayaka, Senior, R.H. Rambukpotha, and Junior, A. Iflal. The Janaka de Fonseca Memorial Trophy for the Most Outstanding Basketball Player, G.A.Y. Bimantha. The trophy for the leader of the Hevisi Band, Y.S. Senaratna. The trophy for the best junior Hevisi bandsman, S.B.L. Bilimoria. The trophy for the most promising senior bandsman, R. Abirthan. The trophy for the best junior bandsman, Y. Atrupana. The trophy for the band leader, NPR De Silva Nanyakara. The CSDS Senimiratna Memorial Prize for the Oarsman with Best Record in Work and Games Senior, R.N. Wanakuwata. The Challenge Shield for Swimming, M.S. Ebenezer. The Manikam Saravanamuthu Challenge Cup for the Best Junior Swimmer, N.D. Dias. The Dr. R.L. Heyman Memorial Trophy for Diving, S.Y.S. Anthony's. Trophy for the Best Ruggerite of the Season, C.J. Delisle. The Quentin Israel Trophy for an Outstanding Fresher of the Year, First 15 Rugby, in memory of our respected rugby coach, teacher, and headmaster, L.D. De Silva. Prize in memory of Shamil Manojit Jinasena for a junior rugwright with best record in games and work, A.J. Punchiheva. The D.R. Veerasinghe Trophy awarded to the captain of the First 15 rugby team, C.J. Delisle. The Warden de Serum Challenge Cup for the Best Athlete of the Year, K.D.T.D. Kulasinghe. The Carl Romesh Vedavanam Challenge Cup for Junior Athletics, D.H. Pereira. The Challenge Cup for the Most Promising Junior Cricketer, under 17, S. Demel. The Leonard Arndt Memorial Prize for the cricketer with the best record in games and work, K. Munasinghe. The A.F. Chikamolamure Memorial Challenge Cup for the best all-round Thomian cricketer of the year, D.S.M.B. Pires. The The Clinton de Mille Memorial Prize for the Best Batsman of the Royal Thomian Cricket Match, MDDI Gunaratna. The F.H. Stevens Memorial Prize, batting, MDDI Gunaratna, and bowling, DSMB Pires. The FL Gunawardena Batting Shield, MDDI Gunaratna. Shield for the best all-round house in the lower school, Buck House. The Lawrence Arndt Memorial Shield for the Champion Day House, Disseram House. The Arasadurayappa Memorial Shield for the Best All-Round House, Disseram House. The W.T. Keeble Memorial Challenge Cup for the Best All-Round Boy in the lower school, A.V. Samuel. The Priyanka Gunaratna Prize for the Best All-Round Student under 17 years of age, R. Illampurnan. The Warden Neville de Alvis Memorial Prize for the Best Results at the GCE Ordinary Level Examination 2017, C.B. Bandaranayaka, K.D. Denny, U.S.L. Fernando, R.S.D.P. Gunawardena, L.K.T. Surakshit, D.R. Dodampegama, P.B.S.V. Gunasila, S.N. Lianage, W.K.D.P. Vanyarachi, H.P.U. Ratnayaka, A.L. Vikramatilaka, S.R.N.M. Fernando, C.O. Mohoputantila, R. Abirtan, M.M.M. Shami, N.S. Fernando, W.O.J. Fonseca, H.A. Dharmasekara, M.S.U. Fernando, H.K.M.U. Pereira, KADC Pereira, WGW Botejo, WMSKB Virapana, A. Narendran, V. Nilesh, J.W. Ahmed, K. Kavignan, M.P. Varman, B. Shelvendran, G.A.V.P. Arachi, KMGH Kulatunga, SS Tisarachi, A. Hettigoda, KV Munasingha, HRV Fernando, the Professor Diacid Fernando Memorial Prize for students obtaining 3 distinctions is at the GCE Advanced Level Examination 2018, KC Katipiarachi, K. Kajanan, S. Kandiban, B. H. Lienage, P. S. Kalansurya, V. Gajoshan, I. A. Ismail, P. Dhananjay, H. R. D. Fernando, L. S. Abe Surya, A. T. MUCB Tenakon, S. T. C. De Silva, the Professor Diacid Fernando Memorial Prize for students obtaining 3 distinctions is at the London Advanced Level Examination 2018, S. Senthushan, R. Hevamalika, R. A. Vanakuwata, and D. M. Elavala. Prize for the all-round boy in the upper school, R. Ilampurnan. The Dr. Sarath Chandra Amardas Abekun Memorial Prize awarded to the most outstanding boarder with notable achievements in curricular and extracurricular activities, S.B. Pilapitia. The Dr. R. L. Heyman Memorial Trophy for the best all-round boy among the college boarders, S.B. Pilapitia. The Dr. Lakshman Lekhavasa Memorial Prize for the student with best A-level results in biological science stream, D.R. Vijayaratna. The Indrakumar Kulasinghe Memorial Shield for the best advanced level results in the math stream, K.C. Katipiarachi. The Professor PPGL Sirivardhana Memorial Prize for the student with the best London advanced level results are Hebamalika. The S.E. Sathurasinghe Memorial Prize for the first and second best performance at the GCE Advanced Level Examination. First, K.C. Katipiarachi. And second, K. Kajanan. The J.L.D. Paris Memorial Prize for the Best Student in College Forms, Arts and Science, ATMUCB Tennakone. The Admiral H.A. Silva VSV Challenge Trophy for the Best All-Round Student in Academics and Sports, HMPDBD Palapatwala. The W.S.J. Anandanayaga Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Sportsman, S.A. Mulligoda. The Roystein Challenge Cup for the Most Promising Junior Sportsman of the Year under 16, A.R. Ranasinghe. The Placidus and Merle Vijay Sekra Memorial Prize for the Best All-Round Student who has qualified to enter university in Sri Lanka, B.A.C. Dharmasena. The Saravarmuthu Prize, awarded to a student demonstrating early promise of exhibiting human excellence and virtue in adult life to commemorate a distinguished Thomian family. R.M.J. Rajaratnam. The Hinton D. Alves Seneviratna Memorial Trophy for an academic achievement during the year, K.C. Katipiarachi. Thank you, Mr. Ashley Voss. The Victoria Gold Medal for the Best All-Round Student, M.S. Ebenezer.
My Lord Bishop, our chief guest, Desmania Vidyajyoti Ashley DeVos and Mrs. DeVos, members of the Board of Governors, warden, members of the clergy, distinguished invitees, members of the tutorial, administrative, sports and support staff, prize winners, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to stand before you this evening to propose a vote of thanks to our honored chief guest. I nearly fell off my seat when I received and read our chief guest's many accomplishments, which, without exaggeration, spans for more than 8 to 10 A4 pages. Thank you, sir, and Mrs. DeVos, for accepting our warden's invitation and for gracing this occasion as the chief guests despite your busy schedules. Deshamani Vidyajyoti Ashley DeVos started in school in Miss Agnes Bay's classroom in grade 1, where he received his first pet name. I'm informed that it was your stature which prompted the teacher to assign this name, but don't worry, sir, I will not announce this name in public. You, sir, truly are an example to us all, and especially to our students. A fellow of the Sri Lankan Institute of Architects for 44 years, and a member of the Royal Institute of British Architects for 46 years, have presented 128 research papers, have won 8 national awards, and all the while, you never fail to answer the call from your alma mater when she needs an architect. So your services to this school and to the nation are beyond words, and I thank you for your inspirational words, and thank you for distributing the prizes to the young prize winners. However, your duty is not yet over for the evening. The head prefect will soon explain more fully the task which remains to be completed. You may want to have a sip of water, sir. It is a known fact that behind every successful man is a woman, and this rings very true when speaking of Mrs. DeVos, who sacrificed much and has been the power behind the success. Thank you, madam, for gracing this occasion and assisting in the distribution of the prizes. Our thanks to the Lord Bishop of Colombo for being here with us in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you, Lord Bishop, for your continued involvement and support to the college. A special word of thanks is due to our committed staff, whose untiring efforts prepare the young leaders, the young learners in the school to achieve greatness to the best of their potential and to motivate them to become good citizens in this country. The youngsters who walked up onto the stage to receive their prizes were undoubtedly thanks to your hard work and dedication. We don't say enough thanks to our staff, but rest assured, your valuable contribution is more than valued. Thank you, dear teachers and staff, for everything you do for the students and the school. An event like today would not have been possible if it wasn't for the dedication and hard work of a dynamic team. One such dedicated individual is Mrs. Arons, who typed out the vouchers, sent out invitations, and finalized the prize list, and many more. To you, madam, we owe a debt of gratitude. I would also like to say a special word of thanks to all those who have helped behind the scenes to make this event a success. Too numerous to mention, but my sincere thanks to all for their hard work and dedication. My congratulations and best wishes to all those who came up here this evening to receive prizes. Your hard work has paid off, but this is just a milestone in the long road ahead. Keep at it, work hard, and achieve greater things in life. But above all, learn to be humble amid all achievements, for humility is one very important aspect of a true gentleman. For the others, it is not the end. You have not lost. You have just not made the mark. Use every possible minute of this year to achieve that which you have been unsuccessful in achieving. For it is nothing but hard work which would reap rewards. Nothing which is achieved without hard work is worth achieving. Parents, encourage your sons to achieve greater goals, but this should not be at the cost of everything and everyone else. Do not encourage your son to push everyone else in their quest to come up. Teach them the importance of good values, in helping one another, in picking up one another, in being polite, to have good manners. Your son could be first in the class from KG to Collie, but if he doesn't have kindness, then he will not be of any use to society. I'd like to quote the vision of the schools as set by our founder, Right Reverend James Chapman. The real end of all education is not to sharpen the intellect or improve the mind alone, but to form the character of the future man, to mold his habits, to fix his principles, and to make him good as well as wise. And no system which aims at less than this, which would take any standard short of it, can be worthy of esteem. We ask the parents to come on board as we move towards this vision. Thank you, one and all, for being here this evening. God bless you. Esther Perpetua.
My Lord Bishop, our chief guest for this evening, Deshamanya Vidya Jyoti, Ashley DeVos and Mrs. DeVos, Warden Sir, Sub-Warden Sir, members of the Board of Governors, chaplains, distinguished invitees, old boys, members of the tutorial, administrative, sports and support staff, parents, and my fellow Thomians. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me this opportunity to second the vote of thanks this evening. Our Founders' Day falls on the 3rd of February, and it is indeed appropriate today to remember and be grateful to the missionaries who have sacrificially founded this institution on Christian values and principles. My Lord Bishop, we thank you for being our spiritual guide in upholding these Christian values imparted by our founders. We extend our gratitude to our distinguished chief guest for this evening, Mr. and Mrs. DeVos. We are honored to have you with us. Thank you, Mrs. DeVos, for graciously distributing the prizes this evening. Warden Sir, we thank you for your godly and visionary leadership. Little do we know of the tremendous sacrifices you make towards the upliftment of college. We admire your boldness and courage to always stand up for what is right and what you believe in. It is said that teachers change the world one child at a time. On this day, I would like to thank all the teachers for their dedication and commitment shown towards molding young lives. As students, we are ever grateful for the lessons you have taught us. Many teachers have inspired me from my childhood to this very day. And late Mr. Vinod Senadhira, who was my choir master from grade 2, was one such person. He was a strict disciplinarian and a perfectionist. He would take every measure to bring the best out of every child he encountered. He taught us to be punctual, to respect our seniors and teachers, and most importantly, he taught us to give our 100% every time we sang for God's glory. We will miss him dearly, but his legacy will carry on. My dear brothers, let me encourage you. We have a dedicated staff who see our potential and the big picture. Do not bear a grudge when you are disciplined. Be obedient and always have an attitude to learn. To our dear parents, we say a big thank you. You have been our pillars of strength to achieve success and a source of comfort when we fall short of success. Do continue to support us. We need you to see that we are regular in our attendance. We need you to help us maintain discipline in and out of school. We need you to help us balance our sports and studies. We need you to show that you care. As much as we need you by our side, we also need you to let us face the challenges. Let us face failures and disappointments. We as students need to be able to make mistakes in college and learn from those mistakes. We must be able to face the injustice so that when we leave this great institution, we will know how to face the world. So, dear parents, guide us, but don't run the race for us. We are very proud of the prize winners who have sacrificially worked hard to reap the harvest today. Well done. To those who did not come up on stage today, let me encourage you to keep giving your 100%. There is no shortcut to success. Hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. Dear brothers, as we move into this new term with our warden at the helm, let's envision greatness. Don't be a passenger or a spectator. Be an active participant. Be a contributor. Speaking about contributors, we are thankful to our chief guest who has contributed immensely to our college and nation. Sir, we are truly glad to have you with us today. I have observed my predecessors come up with various strategies to convince our chief guest to intercede for us. But I think that my task will be easier today as I see many similarities between our chief guest and our dear warden. I have no doubt that Mr. DeVos would know exactly how to persuade our warden. Sir, during your time at college, one may wonder why you chose to walk all the way from Hill Street, Dahibala to Mount Lavinia to attend school. Was it to save energy and prevent pollution, or a routine method of exercise? No, not at all. I was revealed the real reason behind your long walk. Mr. DeVos had a magnetic influence on the bevy of beauties of Hill Street who followed him all the way to Mount Lavinia. Sir, I am sure many of my comrades would want you to give them some tips to acquire this effective trait. Sir, your skill to influence and captivate people started at a very tender age, and with time, this gift of yours has taken a greater dimension. This gift you possess is our trump card today to persuade our warden to graciously hear our plea. We all know that Monday, the 4th of February, is Independence Day, and it is a national holiday. And of course, Warden Sir, it has been our tradition for over the years to declare a customary holiday after the prize giving. Sir, you being a Thomian who values our rich tradition won't want to change that. Therefore, we thank you in advance for the customary holiday on Tuesday, the 5th of February. Warden Sir, among the many innovative systems we have implemented, we have also revived the house point system in college. How can we forget the countless meetings and the late-night discussions we had to bring back the house spirit? And today, we see the fruit of our labor. It is only fair to have a reward worthy of all the hard work, a reward which will be an incentive for students to work with greater motivation in the coming years. Therefore, I would like to propose that the students of the winning house be rewarded a holiday on Wednesday, the 6th of February, for all the hard work put in throughout last year and this term too. Well done, Diserum. Take the day off to celebrate to your heart's content. But I feel that both the chief guest and our warden, sir, may not be entirely pleased with the victory of Diserum. The reason being that both of them are from Buckhouse. Mr. DeVos, I am sure you know how much effort you had to put in to get that 1 point for Buckhouse. Warden sir, we know that you two have put in a lot of effort into molding each and every Buckite in order that Buckhouse would be victorious. But unfortunately, you have fallen short of victory. But all is not lost. After all, Buckhouse too fought valiantly and came very close to beating Dizerum. In order to compensate for all this, you might as well give Buckhouse also a reward. As the head prefect and a Dizerumite, I will be generous and permit Buckhouse to enjoy the holiday together with Dizerum. Unfortunately, this leads to yet another dilemma for the teachers and the fellow students of other houses. The teachers will face a predicament whether to go ahead with classroom teaching, and the rest of the students will feel very sorry to gain more knowledge, leaving out their fellow comrades. To avoid all this chaos and confusion, Wednesday, the 6th of February, should be declared a holiday for all students and staff. As a student, Mr. DeVos went to extremes to make his goals and desires come to pass. Sir, I am told that as an ardent reader of cowboy comics, you were so determined to see your favorite cowboy actor, William Boyd, who portrayed Hopalong Cassidy, when he visited Sri Lanka. But since it was a school day, you were perplexed. But a mere school day could not stop you from achieving your desire. You also managed to convince your friends to join you, and together, a whole bunch of boys scooted out of college to see the cowboy actor at Mount Lavinia Hotel. This is the kind of determination we need from you today, sir, to persuade our warden to declare yet another holiday. Warden, sir, you spoke so passionately about 2019 being the year of change. In all your speeches, you reminded us that this year we're going for the jugular. We're going for the kill. We know you mean business. You have quoted Sir Winston Churchill and explained about the warfield and the art of war. Sir, we see you charged and in the mode of a general ready for war. Yes, we are with you and we are passionate to win in every field. But sir, even Winston Churchill gave his entire army time off to rest and recoup. I am sure you will agree that our administrative, tutorial, sports, and support staff members have worked tirelessly and they need an extra day to rest. They need to take some time off to read and understand thoroughly all the new policies and systems put in place in the recent past. We are a school founded on Christian values, and we know that you cannot put new wine in the old wineskin. Our staff need to reboot, recoup, refresh, and renew their minds. Thursday, the 7th, will be an ideal day for this cause. But unfortunately, without the teachers, the entire school will be in utter chaos. So once again, sir, to avoid all this chaos and confusion, Thursday, the 7th of February, should be declared a holiday for all students and staff. Mr. DeVos, we truly admire your trendy and handsome look. We know that you have a beautiful daughter who is nominated by BBC as one of the top 100 most influential women in the world. It is no doubt, sir, that she has definitely inherited your genes of influence. Therefore, I'm confident that you will be able to succeed in influencing our warden yet again for one final holiday. I have interceded on behalf of the students and staff, but how can we forget our dear warden? Father Mark, you make it a point to be present at every college event. You see to the meticulous precision of college activities, and it will take me a day or two for me to list out everything that you are involved in. The workload is too much for us to comprehend, and the sacrifices you make are countless. Sir, it's time to admit you are a workaholic. And I'm sure your family will agree with me on this as well. You encourage us to take sufficient rest, but it's quite ironic. Whenever I ask you about your rest, you laugh it off. Warden sir, you are well aware that after the first innings of a cricket match, it is mandatory to take a break. You have completed your first tenure with great success, yet you haven't had the time for an innings break. Even during the December holidays, you were handling the cricket team in Australia. It is time for you to go into the second innings, your second tenure, with a well-deserved break for added strength and wisdom. Mr. DeVos, since you are an expert architect, you are well aware of buildings and its sustainability. I am sure you would agree that our body is the temple of God, and it needs to be cared for with adequate rest. My Lord Bishop too will endorse this. Therefore, I urge my Lord Bishop, our chief guest, and Mrs. DeVos, who was an experienced nurse here and overseas, to convince our warden sir to take a break on Friday, the 8th of February. We care for him too much. We need him for another 4 years or more. There is no harm in sacrificing a few days for the benefit of a long-term goal. But without our dear warden, our school will be in complete chaos, like a ship without its captain. So yet again, sir, to avoid all this chaos and confusion, Friday the 8th should be declared a holiday for all students and staff. Ladies and gentlemen, it is interesting to note that the first time the warden had given 2 days of holidays after the head prefect's appeal was way back in 1979. The second time was in 2017, when my predecessor, Ashane Francis, bowled an in-swinging Yorker. And warden sir, we all remember that you were clean bowled. Today, I have bowled a doosra, and we are all awaiting a hat-trick. I am sure the umpire for the day, Mr. Ashley DeVos, will stand by with me on the favorable decision. Do or do not. There is no try. So this evening, on behalf of the student body, I'm not trying. I'm convinced and confident that the battle is won. My dear brothers, by faith, I have spoken on your behalf. I ask you to take these few days off to refresh yourselves and come back with a rekindled fire for your alma mater. Come back with an attitude to give your 100% for college. And as I always quote, do not think of what St. Thomas's can do for you, but what you can do for St. Thomas's. May the Lord bless us all. For all we have and are, Esto Perpetua.
Thank you very much, young man. I was getting ready to give you a whole year off. And you only asked for a few days. I was willing to give you Monday off, but the government seems to have beaten me to that. So, in consultation with the warden, maybe we can have Tuesday and Wednesday off. Okay? Yeah.
Do you want to remain head prefect? He is quoting me now. So Tuesday and Wednesday. We stand now for the college song, please, followed by the national anthem.
Let's all give 3 hearty cheers for our chief guest. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you.
We have to make sure we get the Saturday for exams. Okay. Exams one Saturday.